welcome back to the channel. Today we're just getting the sheds ready for testing. We're testing today at 12 o'clock. I've already had to move 2 batches of ewes in order to get the cattle from down the road up. I thought I was going to get that done yesterday, but it was sort of a spilling wet day, so I just left it till this morning, hoping that it'll be a better morning, and it is. It's not raining at least. The good weather didn't last long anyway, but sure, it was good to get it, but it didn't last long. We're back to the winter again. The whole summer has felt like autumn, really, and a real autumn feel of it this morning. But anyway, I had the bull and the bullock in here, and it's in a bit of a mess. I want to take that bale out. I just threw a bale into them to keep them happy feeding. I was giving them meal, so it's sort of a waste bale now. I may just throw it out, but I want to throw in a bale of straw here because I'll be getting all the cattle in, and I'll probably have the ones at the road here, but I'll be sorting out then cows and young calves, and look, it's probably a waste of a bale of straw. I want to put another one in here as well, just where they're not going to be in long, they're going to be in for a couple of hours, and baby calves and that, I just want them in a bit of comfort, and I'm going to be tagging them as well, so like, maybe not tagging them today, but either between today or Friday I'm going to be tagging them, and they just might be in for a few hours, and I don't want them in the shed in shite really. And the big shed down there, my big shed, the gutter is actually leaking. It's a valley gutter, and that's why there's water in that shed there. The valley gutter needs to be renewed, or else need to do something with it anyway. I did put a rubber in it a couple of years ago to see would it sort of seal it a bit, but it's just leaking again. It needs a whole new job, so I'll have to get that done before the winter. And then there's a few other bits and bobs patching on the roof as well, where I get a fella in, and he'll assess it, and maybe I'll give him a hand do it or whatever. But anyway, we'll get these sheds ready for now, get these barriers back up here, and then we'll try and get these cattle up. I've no feckin' jeep either. It's getting a bit of work done at it, and I had to go down and move the ewes, and I'm after doing a couple of treks up and down, so I've definitely got my steps in today. But Pip worked extremely well today. I think she's working a bit better because I have her out a bit more now, just for different things. I've a few ewes with sore feet, and one of the rams I bought as well, I just can't get the better of them with sore feet. So I've been getting them in a few times, and I'll be moving one batch of ewes up to the hill today where I have more grass up there, and plus they're just in my way here with cattle and testing, so I'll be moving them up. But like, the more work she gets, she improves a bit. She wasn't too bad, you know what I mean? So as I was saying in other videos, it wasn't all the dog, some of it was me, you know what I mean? But anyway, look, enough talking. We get this shed sorted out where I'd say take that out. I just need to push that in with the bucket, because the hole for the post, for that big post is there, so just need to push that in. Put in a bale of straw there, maybe set up a few gates to try and to divide off a few things. So don't know whether you can see the cattle there or not. They're sort of following me up now. Go on! I come down in the tractor, in Dad's tractor. They might just do a few laps of the field, you know, somewhere to get into a different field, and but they probably will follow me up. Just call them and try and get them up. I have the yard set up. If I can get them into the field under the yard, I just need to set up another few gates, and then hopefully they'll get them in then. And there's a few little lads there I probably wouldn't put back out. I'd probably leave them in and give them a few nuts. They need a little bit of TLC. A few small lads, so we'll do that on Friday. But then on Friday I want to dose those Wainlands for a worm dose and a mineral dose, because they've got nothing at all. So I want to do them, and then I'll be probably moving them down onto aftergrass down here somewhere, just in those fields there. I'll be moving them down there, and I probably have to keep the bull in, because I don't want the bull out till the 1st of November to have your calving set at a certain time. So hopefully none of the cows are gone in calf. I wouldn't think so, they're only calved a while. So here's the cattle coming now. You can see them running. Look, come on, come on. They're great once you give them a bit of meal at all, a small bit of meal. There's a lovely heifer. That's one of my pedigree heifers that on the AI. She's a lovely heifer. Come on, pets, come on, come on. I'll just turn off the camera now. I'll show you a bit later on, but they probably will follow me the whole way up, I'd say. They're following me up there. They'd sell their soul for a bit of meal, so they would. Look. I better not talk too soon, it could go pear-shaped yet. Just have them at the yard here now, so we'll just see. Will they come in? Come on, pets. Come on. So hopefully open this gate and hopefully they'll come in. Come on. Come on. Come on, good girls, come on. Come on. Come on. Just have the gates closed there. Now the yard is a little bit of a commons. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but hopefully they'll come on in. Just want them in that shed just straight in front there. Come on, pets, come on, come on. They've been in before, so maybe I'll throw them nuts. I just put a few nuts in the truck. Keep them in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go on. Go on in. Go on. Come on. Come on, you. Come on. Oh. Now, just see that little lad there in front of you. You need to keep that lad in because his mammy went. Had TB and went with the TB. So look at, he needs to come in now. Needs a bit of TLC. But there's a couple of heifers there. Have done real well for the summer. Well, look, they'll be coming up to, some of them are coming up to, they're probably 2-year-old, that sun is shining. That short horn one, she's well over 2, but she, as I was saying in other videos, she was just a bit small, and that's why we held on to her before we put her in calf. Like, she's fat as a fool, her condition is way too good. But we'll be AIing her, and there's another one. There's 3 pedigree Simmentals and a commercial, and then a pedigree shorthorn that will be AIing this November. I done an AI course myself last October, so I just missed one day, the last day, where they were discussing about the tank and the straws and that, so I might go back this year and do that before the breeding season starts, just so I know what's happening on the last day, how to deal with the straws and stuff, because I've never done it, but it was a real good course. Oh, I can tell you, that one wasn't as handy, getting those cows and calves in. That's cows and baby calves is not handy. That's the new calf from yesterday. She just kept running to the bottom end of the field. She just did not want to come in. And there was another one there as well, young calf. The pedigree calf just didn't want to come in. And like, that shorthorn cow was right on the point of calving, and you're putting her up the crush now for testing. And there's a brown one there, fairly on the point of calving as well. It's really not ideal putting them through the crush at this stage. But I don't know whether I get to divide off these cows and calves or not, because I'm on my own, there's no one to hold the gate. But I'm going to try anyway, so then when I'm letting the cows and calves out into the crush, I might just let 2 out at a time, so that the calves are not getting trampled. Although I haven't many cattle here. Jesus, I seen when this shed was full. It really has only hit home in the last while about the TB and about losing so many cows. Like, as I said before, like, we would have been calving 30 cows now in the autumn and 10 in the spring. That would be 40 cows. We're only about 13, I think, now in the autumn, and 8 or 9, or maybe even 7 in the spring. And there's a couple of cows there need to go. That Belgian blue one needs to go. That's her calf. She only has 2 spins, and the calf's fucking hungry, so there's no point in having her here if she can't rear a calf. She came out with the Jalix thing, but she lost 2 spins with mastitis a couple of years ago. That's one serious downfall of the autumn calving, is the mastitis. You lose too many spins and quarters. So maybe next year I'll try and get on top of it, where I was going to start bolusing the cows, and maybe I put the fly tags in their ears, and maybe I put the spot on them as well, and really work that they give them every chance not to lose any quarters. I was just a bit disillusioned with cattle this year, the way everything went. I'd lost interest. I really lost interest with losing so many to the TB. I just lost interest with them, really, and that's just the way it went. But anyway, look, doing a lot of talking now. We'll try and sort out some of these cows and calves, some of the young calves, and then, as I said before, we'll tag them probably Friday, because it's a bit late now today, and dose those calves on Friday as well. The vet is actually doing the IBR test today. It's part of another beef scheme, so he's doing that today as well. Testing's done there, but one of these twins, one of the calves, has a big swelled knee, so I got the vet to examine him there. He has joint ill, but he never was swelled or swollen on his navel, or the equivalent of the belly button where his navel is. So I got actually this antibiotic yesterday, and this is an antibiotic, and then the vet gave me a painkiller for the next, I think, 5 days. I have to give him 2 cc's of that. So I just need to work out how much antibiotic I have to give him. 1 mil per 20 kg. Sure, he's not 40 kg, so 2 mil of that. Cyanlox. This is the antibiotic, and I forget what he said the painkiller was, but the vet did say about the antibiotic is don't use the same needle. Don't put the needle back into that, or it'll make it all lumpy or curdle or something like that. So I know you should be changing the needle every time anyway, but like, that doesn't happen all the time. In being realistic about it, it doesn't happen all the time. So there's no point in saying it does, because it doesn't, you know. So oh, that's not going in there. They're funny sort of needles. See that? The end of that. Yeah, it's not focusing there, but funny sort of top on it. The syringe I show. It screws in, it twists in. That's handy. Never seen them before. See that? It actually twists in, so it can't pull off. Look, I'm gonna twist that in, and it can't pull out. That's actually a good idea, isn't it? Get him away from the cow there. I have the cow locked up in the bale, so into the muscle. That's one. That's a very big syringe. I just wanted to get him away from the cow in case the cow turned around and just split me with a kick. You can see there, he's very bad on a front leg, where his front knee is swelled. Well, yeah, he's got joint ill, so it's typical. But if I can get through to this test, I think I was saying it before, I'm going to buy a dairy cow. I know lads said you could buy them anyway, but I think you lose your compensation if you end up buying when you're restricted or something like that. So get through this test on Friday. I'll look on Dundee, see can I pick up a dairy cow somewhere, and I'll try get both of those calves on her, and I'll let that cow out. That cow's not going to rear anything, I don't think, and she needs time to recover anyway. She's thin and she had a bad foot, so if I can get the 2 calves onto the dairy cow, I'll just let her out. So anyway, yeah, that big syringe is for 6 days. I have to give him 2 mil for 6 days, and then I give him the antibiotic for 6 days as well, and see how he goes. But it'll have to be every day. He needs an injection every day. Yeah, that one's actually a painkiller. I don't know whether I said it there. The vet gave me that when he was here testing. It's actually a painkiller, and then I have the antibiotic as well, just to try and help them, because they're hungry. They're a bit hungry, and I said in another video already that they won't suck the bottle. So there's the 2 of them there. Like, they're small little lads. They're, you know, hungry. So she has no milk at all. She's very thin. She's very thin. But anyway, look, they are what they are, and we have to try and make the best of it, and try and get them to survive and live anyway, and then work from there. But the real thing is to get a dairy cow and get them on the dairy cow. So we're reading the test again on Friday. So we know better then. There's actually a couple of cattle there that I don't know whether it'll be allowed to sell on Saturday or not, but they could possibly go Saturday if I'm allowed. So look, I'm going down to move some ewes now, and need to get a pair of sheep's feet. So I'll bring the camera with me. I'll go get the dog and we'll do that. Just moving this batch up to the hill now, out my way where the cattle are for testing. Hey Pip, come boy. Come boy. Come boy. Lie down, lie down. They've been in since morning, so they're a bit hungry, so they shouldn't run on too much. They should eat as they go along the road, but we've a bit to go, so. Just putting Pip back in the kennels there. We've 2 kennels here. Bit messy at the minute, but anyway, this is Daisy. Hopefully we'll have Bernese puppies soon. I think she's in pup. This is a young dog that Carla bought. I don't know what age he is. He's only very young, but look at the size of him. And then this is another bitch, but she didn't go in pup. She didn't hold in pup. So I think she brought them down the country to be serviced, but not because he's not big enough. He wasn't able for the job yet. So I'll have to take Pip out of there, because I don't want Pip going in pup to him. You'll have Bernese sheepdogs. So I'll post it later whenever the pups arrive. Hey Daisy, if anyone's looking for Bernese puppies. This is what greeted me this morning. The feckin' bull has his feckin' head stuck in the feeder, and I just put the tractor in to stop the feeder moving, but he cannot get it out of it. So I brought down the angle grinder. I don't know whether I'm going to get close enough. He's going to go mad once I turn on the angle grinder to cut that bar. Feckin' disaster. First thing this morning, I looked out the window and I got up. Haven't had any breakfast yet or nothing. I just come down straight away to see can I get him out of it. But as soon as I turn on the angle grinder, he's going to go mad. So I'll just see can I feckin' cut the bar and get him out of it. Managed to get the bar cut. He was very good and stayed still. But my disc was running low and I couldn't cut it, just a straight cut in. But the bar is not moving now. I wonder if he gave a couple of plunges, or if I get the hammer and bait that now, he's going to go mad. But if he got his head down to the bottom, and I don't want him to cut himself off those sharp edges now either, but they're still dead tight. I might have to cut that top bar, but I don't think he'd let me do that. I'll just rummage the tractor a bit and see can he bend the bar out a bit and get out. That was some ordeal. We got him out. I had to get the hammer. And bait that bar. It just look, it still wouldn't move, and it's even cracked up here and it still wouldn't move. So I had to get the hammer and bait that. In fairness to the bull, he was very good. He could have went absolutely mad. He didn't. He let me cut the bar and everything, but I got my disc on the grinder. It was only a 4-inch battery grinder. My disc had gone worn and it wouldn't cut the whole way through. So what I'm going to have to do now actually is cut that off, just so that something wouldn't cut themselves on it. Got him out. I didn't know how I was going to get him out, but in fairness, and look, I don't know how that's got ripped now, probably with my stacker. I just put that in there to hold the feeder, because when he was pulling again, the feeder was going everywhere. So I just put the loader on it to stop the feeder moving. And it did help to some extent, but it's after breaking that there now. But I thought the feeder actually was going to be broke up in shite. I really did. But anyway, look, I'm going to take that bar off now, and hopefully he'll use that one every time. As I say, I may just cut around that now and tidy it up. What a drama. I may go back and get the breakfast now. What drama. It never ends, ever, ever. Usually something like that would happen when you wouldn't be here. We are collecting about 15 bales. We're a bale of hay from my dad, or in my dad's fields. I bale it for myself. But there's about 15 bales of around the headland that just was a little bit green, so I just came over and stuck wrap on them because I didn't want them fucking heating and then having to throw out the bales. So we're just going to draw them home. I don't know, maybe we'll even draw some of this hay home, because I'll show you down here where my dad had reseeded some of these fields, and he wants to get lambs over here. I'll just show you now, like, we couldn't put any lambs over here while these fields weren't cut, because this ditch is not fenced, and it's just there's 5 fields here all in one that's not fenced. He reseeded those 2 fields last year where the hay is, so this is reseed, and like it's very strong. Some weeds in it as well, but it's very, very strong. So we need to get the hay and the bales out of here so that he can get the lambs over here. Probably it's Thursday now. Thursday, little after lunch, where I was just down at the accountant's this morning just doing a few other things. Huge shout out to Michael Doyle's accountants down in Gorey, and especially Pamela, who looks after all my stuff, because I'm always emailing her saying, can I have this, will you look up that, will you print off accounts, can you do this, do that, and there's never, it's just done, there's never a question about it, and just unbelievable, and like, even when I'd be sending them down invoices, some of them be through email, and as soon as I get it, I send it so I don't forget about it. So I'd be drip feeding her these invoices, and she never says a feckin' word about it. She's brilliant. So and Michael as well, extremely good. If you're looking for a good accountant down that way, now it's a bit of a drive down. We have to drop stuff down every couple of months to do VAT returns and stuff like that, but it's worth it. It's worth it. They are absolutely top class. So Michael Doyle, and maybe Pamela doesn't want any more of a workload, but she looks after my stuff, and it's 100%. They're brilliant. They're brilliant. Came back from the accountant there this morning, and I had a few other jobs to do this morning, but I'm giving everyone fair warning now. This, some people mightn't want to see this, or if there's young kids around, they mightn't want to see it. So I'm just telling everyone, it's not gruesome, but it's not the nicest thing. So if people want to turn off or turn away now, please do so. But I came back, and in the last 2 videos, I think I was showing you that short-horn cow about how she's next to calve, and isn't it typical? Wasn't here this morning. Carla seen her grazing this morning out through the window, and I was gone for a few hours, and this is the result of it. Huge big bull calf. She obviously was calving it for feckin' hours, and like Carla said, she's seen her grazing this morning out the window, and I don't think she's going to get up now. She was on this side, and I actually got the tractor with with soft hands, and I just pushed it there. You can see the mark there. Just pushed it, and I had her, and she was sitting up, like, she wasn't lying flat like that. She was lying flat on the other side, and I just got her to sit her up. I know people have these lifters and all, and I just don't think I'll do anything with her for a day or two. I gave her 2 buckets of water there. She drank 2 buckets of water. I'll come back down later on and give her 2 buckets, and maybe, I don't know what to do with her, but like, even if we had lost the calf and she hadn't been down like this, she would have reared those set of twins in the shed. So it's just a disaster. It's just a disaster. I tell you, there's about this much keeping me from getting rid of all the cattle at the minute now. That's how I feel about it. I've been watching her and watching her and watching her for feckin' days, and it's always the same. You're not here for a couple of hours then, and that's when everything always happens. Always. For years, that's just the way it happens. Just when you're not here, there's always something wrong. So look, we leave her there for a few days. As I said, I did have her sitting up. She was sitting up there, and she's only just lay down there now. I don't know what to do with her. I don't think I'll lift her yet. We did that with cows before, and I certainly don't want to hurt her, but I know she needs movement in her back legs, because if she stays like that, she definitely won't get up. But a vet told us before sometimes that it's just as well she's out in the field anyway. You know, whatever hope she has is here. Like huge, like that calf's head is well swelled. Huge big bull calf. And I wouldn't mind, I was only saying to myself the other day that, Jesus, isn't the calving going well? I haven't had to put my hand on a cow at all, and like the calves were small, unusually small, especially for the Charolais bull, but unusually small, because we'd always have fairly good big calves, and they were unusually small. But look, I'll take that all day long rather than a dead lad. A small lad running around the field is better than that. So look, I'm showing you because look, we'll show everything on the channel. We said we'd show everything. This is part of it. The same as the same as selling the lambs last week and getting top dollar for them. This is what you're faced with as well. It's just the reality of it. It's just the reality of it. But anyway, we'll just leave her. I'll come back down to her later on, and tonight's to be an awful night. We might have some horse rugs there. I might just put a horse rug over her for the night and see what we do tomorrow. I'm just reluctant to lift her yet. I'd maybe leave her for a day or two yet and see, because my cousin has a lifters there to go over the back hip bones. I do have access to a lifter. So look, I'll keep you posted. We'll see what we're going to do. I was just checking the camera there. There's probably enough on it now, so I'm just in the house getting a bit of lunch. It's fucking 2 o'clock now, so we're going to end the video here because I need to get it out tomorrow. I need to get it edited and get it out. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, and please subscribe. It helps the channel no end. It really helps us out if you subscribe and give it a like, and we'll catch you at the next one. Good luck.